Now back over to you. What are we doing?
Okay, well,
what excitement do we have?
I want to visit our machines again.
What, you had it lined up?
Okay.
Yeah,
what I want to
bumped
do
it.
is I don't know how many people understand that you can combine your designs on your machine. We've talked about it a couple times, but I'm going to show you how to combine. We're going to do an example of maybe 3 designs, and then you can align them, use in the embroidery center, so make sure they're aligned, and you can change the order of them in the embroidery center. And I don't know how many of you know you can do that.
In Design Center?
No, in embroidery.
Nice, okay.
You don't know.
I haven't done a lot with it. I do most of that in Design Center.
I like it when I get something new for you.
This is how I learn things.
All right, well, in we go. What we're going to do is go to the pocket, and we're going to bring out more than one design. And yeah, it's going to be chickens.
Okay.
So go to the pocket, and I've got them on the stick. So they're loaded on the stick. I want you to bring in, go into chickens.
Chicken placemats?
Yeah. Sorry, I should have gotten rid of some of that other stuff.
That's all right.
All right, now I want you to pick up just a chicken.
That chicken there?
Yep. And set.
Yep.
So now what he's just done is he's just brought in one design. Now I want you to add to this design. I want you to bring another design in.
All right, so I'm just
So
going to
we're gonna
add
add.
and want another chicken design?
No, I'm just going to be inside the chicken folder.
Yes, that's what I was wondering, yes.
Yes, I'm sorry.
The
Yep.
chicken placemat folder, yeah.
Yeah, and now scroll down just a little bit. I want you best bless our nest.
That one there?
Yep, I want you to bring that one in and add it.
Yep.
Okay, so now he's got 2 designs on here, right? One's on top of the other, Brent. So how do you fix that?
Oh, there's 2 ways to fix it. You can
This
just
is like a quiz.
grab and move it with your finger. And then you'll notice and now what I just did there is I can't get back to that because it's on top. The select is going to select that one.
Those select arrows at the bottom actually scroll through the designs
Yep.
on your screen. So if you go, oh, I'm on the wrong design, you see how I put little handles
Yep.
around them, guys? Is that showing up, Eddie? The little handles? So that's how I know which one he's on.
And
so
you
let's
can,
go add
and you
one
can
more.
drag with your finger or you can move it here with that.
Yep.
I just wanted to show that to people.
Yep.
Okay, now we're going to
Okay.
add one
We're
more.
going to add another one. You can add as many as will fit in your hoop this way. Go to chickens again. Let's add bless our nest once again. But this time pick the one that's standing upright.
That
Yep.
one there? Okay.
Which isn't rotated properly. I want you to see the difference. Okay, so can you move him up with your finger just a little bit so they can see it? There we go. All right, so now we've got 3 designs on here, right, Brent?
Mm-hmm.
And they automatically come in the order we added them. But that's not the order I'm going to stitch him out in. Because if it were me, I'd do our bless our nest first.
Mm-hmm.
And then the chicken, or the chicken, and then 2 bless our nest. But I don't want to go, not now. So let's show how to rotate the
Yeah,
bless
so
our
you're gonna
nest.
Up here to edit and we're going to hit rotate.
Yeah.
And what's interesting too, you also got the movement bars down here, but you can just rotate it in
Okay.
different directions.
Yeah.
There you
Okay. Now move him up.
You can move them up there. Can I show people one other thing while we're in here?
Oh, sure.
If you look carefully, this whole field here is going to be your 10 by 16 area. And you'll notice we've got this little outline here. One thing that I am always a fan of, if you go into your settings, you can change your frame size here. Right now she has it set at 7 by 14.
Yeah.
So if you're using a 7 by 14 frame, you can have that. What size frame would you be doing this in?
I don't care. I'm going to show you how to make it work in the 7 by 14.
So I'm going to switch it to a 9.5 by 14 because that's
Okay.
another frame size.
That's a popular one.
Yeah, that's a very popular frame size. So you see this outer border just changed.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as we keep our design inside that outer border, it will fit on a 9.5 by 14 frame. I use that frame setting a lot when I'm laying stuff out so I know where my borders are at for my frame.
Yeah.
If I'm going to use the 10.5 by 14, I don't need the frame because if it fits on the screen, it fits in the hoop. But if you're doing smaller size hoops, you can change that up there, and that's a good way too. If you always get that when you go to change your hoop and it says change to a bigger hoop, swap it to that whatever hoop you're using to see what falls outside the stitch pattern. Kind of goes back to what I was talking about a little earlier today, but
Yeah.
I just want to show that to people.
Click on the chicken so you know how wide she is.
Okay, let's close that.
Okay, so it tells you that she is 5.91 inches wide.
Yes.
Right? Now click on the top bless our nest.
The top blessed our nest, yeah, and that one is. Oh wait,
Oh.
Yes,
That's the whole pattern.
that's the overall size.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's not what I wanted. Okay, that's all right. So Bless Our Nest is obviously bigger, is what I was getting.
And the Bless Our Nest is the widest point, so that's going to be the 5.91.
Right, and he's too wide.
Yep.
So resize him.
So we're just going to go to
Size.
size. I was looking for resize for some reason, and then
Your machine will resize anything you add to a certain amount. Here, click.
yes. Yeah.
That's when your
Let's do it
machine
again.
is okay.
Oops.
You can only
the wrong
resize to a certain degree on your screens. I mean, that's why we talked about in Brilliance last week for resizing. But you can resize up and down in embroidery. We're not in Design Center. We are in embroidery. We haven't gone out. We brought stuff in and we're doing it all here.
Yes.
So you want to do it again and hear the
Yeah. So
beat?
if we go here, because I hit the wrong button. So you hear that. And that is, you can resize without anything special. It's a 20% window.
Yep.
You can go 10 or 20% in either direction. So that's why it clicks, is you've gone too far and it won't let you do anymore.
Right.
And that is for stitch density reasons.
Yes.
Because the machine is not recalculating your stitch density. It's just using the original setup.
We talked last week about how in Brilliance will recalculate the number of stitches required. This guy will do it, but only within a much smaller window.
Yes, it's in that window.
But people sometimes forget that you can do it. And you can. So I want you to go ahead and get rid of that one, and we're going to bring in the other Bless Our Nest.
Okay, but did you know if you hit this one here, you can resize it more? Do we want to get into that?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yes.
No, it wants to reset it, because what we've done now is we're now going to resize it.
Okay. It's still now. Tell them what that does, though.
That changes.
If you have fonts, this sometimes doesn't work. Just to let you know.
Oh yeah, the fonts is the whole different
So
story.
don't do this with
If I'm
built-in
not
fonts.
mistaken, that accounts for your stitch density.
It does to a degree.
Yes. Again, not all the way, because we're running into that same clickety click.
Right, but it did allow you to go much further.
Much
so
further,
go
yes.
ahead, leave them and just blow them up again. We're going to show the order and alignment.
Okay.
I mean, see how it's got stitch density turned on?
Yeah.
Guys, see how it's highlighted?
Yeah, this one here.
That's it. It will do some recalculation for you, but for some reason, when you're bringing in fonts, it doesn't always work. I don't know why.
Yeah,
But it does it pretty good. Make them about this size.
Make about that size. Okay.
Yeah, because you're designing something that looks ugly that size.
Okay.
Now remember, he came in rotated. That's the other thing I wanted to point out. So when Brent uses the button to shrink him this way, he wants to choose the ones that say left and right, and that won't work because he still thinks he's rotated.
Yes.
So you still need to use the top and bottom because he originally came in rotated. So a lot of people get messed up by that.
Yeah, because you see, I'm doing up and down, and it's going left and right because
he was
rotated.
originally rotated.
Yep.
Versus the one on the bottom came in straight. So it's going to, the little sizing is going to work on how it originally came in.
Yes.
Not how we've rotated it.
Yes.
It remembers its original position.
Yes, it's basing the resize off the original position,
Okay,
yes.
now you got 3 things there. Good. Okay. Now we're going to go show them where the order. I'm going to show them the order. So this ordering works on any time you've combined patterns, okay, including ones that you did yourself in Design Center. If you had things that you built over in Design Center and you brought it in here and you combined it with other patterns, this reorder stuff works.
Okay.
So on the very bottom of the screen, you're going to see little boxes. Yep. And what those allow you to do, again, you can select the different designs. Right now it looks like the middle one is selected, and then you can tell it where it belongs in the chain.
We're just going to go up one.
This is the chain of stitching. This is how you can change the order that your designs are going to print out on. Now imagine you had this beautiful monogram thing and then you had an A in the middle. I don't want to do the A first, right? I want to do the monogram first. That's when this comes into play. So anytime you're combining, that's the trick. When you're combining, you can then come into this is not Design Center. This is right in embroidery.
Yes.
That's what's amazing to me. You can do it right here.
Because in Design Center, you would not be able to pull the patterns in because it's not the proper format.
Right. This is cool. So now you've got it sewing out in the order you want it, right?
Yep.
So say okay. The other feature that I like to see people use a lot is the align feature. So if you go down to, this allows you, again, to align things. You can click on the screen and choose the ones you want to align, to all three. I want to align them all along their left edge. Ta-da!
Of course, I made them the same amount, so it's...
All right, I want to line all their centers.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
Hold on a second.
So after you
hold on.
combine different files, you can actually go right here in embroidery. You don't have to go to a different, right here on your machines. That's what's so exciting to me. You can go ahead and build that stuff right here. If you wanted to save it, you can. You can save it to memory or to your USB stick. Where are you? Oh, multiple selection. Okay, now you're just getting people confused.
Well, I was trying to turn that off the multiple selection so I could resize this so that you could see the align work better. But because
You have to come out. You have to do a return. No, those are undos.
those are undos. No. There we go. So I just all I wanted to do was just make this.
by that much.
But so anyway, I didn't know if everybody really knew you had that power at your fingertips.
I just wanted.
And to me, it's a great, the align feature and the way to reorder it is, like if I'm stitching this out, I want to do,
So now I'm going to just redo the line real quick.
Okay,
So see
all
now,
right.
Because see now how they're different widths?
Okay.
It'll now show up a lot better.
Okay.
See, everything went left.
now do
You can do
center.
everything off there, which is kind of messed
we
up.
didn't want that one. Undo.
Yeah. Reset.
That's funny, they call it reset there.
Yeah.
But it resets it to what it was
the
before
original,
you
yeah.
were in.
So you can see how
But-
that changes just the different
Yep.
alignment points. So that's all. Yeah.
So that's cool, and it's at your fingertips. So
Yep.
hopefully, y'all.
And while we're kind of talking about this,
Use
when you go into embroidery, which is going to be the next.
Yeah.
Now, on layout, whenever you do move, it moves everything, not the individual patterns.
Because we've combined them.
Just as not just, because the second screen, the layout screen, if you do move under edit, it's going to move the individual pieces.
Mm-hmm. And
Well-
you just show the select button again, so because a lot
Yeah.
of people forget that is going to allow you to cycle through
your
the
patterns.
different patterns that are on your screen.
But in this screen, there is no select button because it now thinks that entire thing is a pattern.
Right.
So I see this, a lot of people go through all this trouble. They want to move the pattern up 2 inches or move it up a couple inches. And so they come through here and move, then they bump this one up a little bit, a little bit, and this one a little bit. When all you would really have to do is go over here
yeah,
and,
and
just
move 'em all.
and just move it all at once.
once you have them
Yeah.
aligned the way you want them.
And that's the layout screen on Luminaire. On the Dream Machine, it's going to be the second edit.
Yeah.
They say edit on
But you
both
can
of
do
them.
it on the Dream Machine too.
Yeah, it's the same
not-
thing except instead of this saying it says edit right there. So I
And
call
this is a reminder as to where you put your basting stitch down too.
yes in your
It's
layout.
right there. It's in the layout.
Yeah.
Now, Brent, did you change the order so it went 1, 2, 3?
Yes, I did.
I'm just curious if you go and
wait,
simulate.
I may not have because I did all the So we have the three different the bless our nest order. So it's going to do
Okay, yep.
bottom, top, and then
Okay,
middle.
yeah. So,
Or we can change it if you want.
no, I wanted to stitch simulated.
Okay. Oh, which one's simulated mode? Is that it? No, wait, I have to go to embroidery. Yes, okay. And, okay, which one's the simulate button?
Are you gonna make him suffer? Just tell him. It's the hoop button.
That one? Is that what we're talking about with simulate?
Isn't there a simulate button?
There isn't because he's in embroidery. You got to go back a level.
Why are you making him suffer?
Which
I
one?
don't know.
Which button
Now
is it?
now she's got me confused. I didn't think I had to go all the way in here.
I'm pretty sure. I know that there's a button for it. I can just remember which one it is. That's your positioning.
We'll come back.
Oh,
to it.
it's right here.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I thought there was a button where you could actually push instead of actually dragging
There
it.
is. Where'd it go?
I don't know.
Okay.
This was your
I'll
idea.
figure that out. I know.
Next time on Sewing Shenanigans.
Yeah, next time. Where's my stitch simulator? Okay, I don't know. I'll find it.
Okay.
It's there somewhere. It's not on a Dream Machine though.
Yeah, I
to be
know. I know
honest.
that it's.
not
I
on
know
the
that
Dream
it doesn't
Machine.
exist. I know that it's in there. I can't remember where it's at though, because you
Just
know
used it too.
it tells you how often I use it.
Okay.
There you
Anyway,
go.
the order is bless chicken. It's not up there. It's going to be so simple when I.
Yeah, but I mean, if
Look at
you
it.
can see the order here, if you want to look at it, we'll go
Yeah.
back to 0, and then you can just, if you look up here, that there shows us the order that things are getting stitched out. But we fast forwarded. I'm making a mess of it.
Oh, I think
Oh.
that was it.
Oh, this right here?
Yeah, what's that?
That's just going to take a picture, I think.
Okay, I don't know.
I don't know.
Too many
That was
buttons.
exciting.
It wasn't until then.
Yeah, well, they can all share it.
There is a hoop. There's a hoop
So now, so I don't
somewhere.
feel so foolish. I'm like, where's the button? And everybody's like,
I'm
quiet. Like,
Wait, it's
oh,
right there. Oh, that didn't work.
that's going to be next week's quiz.
Yeah.
Where's the simulation button on the machine?
No, next week I'm going to find it.
Anyway, I think that's all we've got. I know. I want to know
Oh, it's
now.
driving me
It-
nuts.
I know.
Danny, where is it?
I'm pretty sure it's in the hoop button, but is it because you've got more than one design in there that it won't do it?
There it is! There it is! Go back. It had to be out of embroidery.
Yeah, because you know
I
how
knew it had to be out of embroidery.
So
Okay,
we
guys,
were in
here's how to do
embroidery. That
simulate.
was
Get
the-
these pins out of me. I keep poking myself.
Yes. So here's the. So we go up to our hoop button, and then we hit.
And then hit simulate.
Well, this is the way.
and then
You
we're
can
go-
turn it up. Hit play.
Oh, I don't have play. Okay, there we go.
There you go. That's how to simulate on the Dream Machine, finally.
On the Luminaire.
So you have to be, on the Luminaire, I'm sorry, you have to be outside of embroidery and hit the hoop thing up
Yes.
there. If you're in embroidery and you hit the hoop thing,
It's
it doesn't
It's just-
simulate.
yeah.
Which they should change that. It should do the
I
same
would-
thing in both places.
yeah, and I don't know why they would take that out, but I don't know.
I
Anyway,
know. Anyway.
that was exciting. I
I
learned
knew
something
it did
new.
it. Just couldn't figure, yeah. Thank you, Danny.
I'll edit that.
You'll edit. You're gonna
Okay.
add some good voiceovers to it. All right.
So that's it.
I guess that's it.
That's it.
Okay,
That's
so I have to
it.
bring
We
us
can-
out.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Shenanigans with Brent and Becky. We hope that you all learned something today in this educational experience.
Not to watch our show.
Remember, sew on and be excellent to each other.
Toodles.